What would you do if you saw someone being bullied?
Yeah, that's what we wanted to find out because, get this, 90% of 4th through 8th graders report getting bullied. Odds are your child is getting bullied. As parents, we all hope our child will do the right thing, but when it comes time, will they? Bullying. We're not talking statistics. We're talking about children. Our children. Their stories are raw and very real.
They said I was ugly. They said horrible things about me. They did mean things. They stole my stuff.
I was verbally abused and physically abused almost every day. And it got to the point where I'd be taken out of school to be homeschooled for a year.
I have so many friends that are almost like me. They're like nerdy or geeky and nobody wants to be friends with them.
I was bullied since 3rd grade. People called me ugly, fat, thunder guys, and get a lot of mean nicknames. Like, it would happen daily, like always being called fat or ugly.
Their pain is dark and deep.
It was really hurtful. It made me feel terrible. It led me to do some really bad stuff, and at some point there was another girl named Lauren in the grade, and we were known apart by the ugly one and the normal one. I was the ugly one. And then before 7th grade started, I decided to overdose, and then I had to go to the hospital.
You okay? Is it tough talking about this?
Yeah.
Why is it so tough?
Just how it's happening to everybody.
Happens to you?
Sometimes.
Are you getting upset because it's kind of like a relief knowing you're not alone?
The aftershock of bullying leaves a lifelong imprint with physical and psychological consequences.
It increases their anxiety, it questions their self-worth, their self-esteem drops, they stay home, they withdraw themselves from family by one bullying incident.
Let's be real for a moment. There will always be a bully. There will always be that one person who needs to have that power, that control over someone else. But forget about the bully. We need to focus our attention on the bystanders, the people who see it happen. They're going to help shut it down. And that's why we wanted to put these kids to the test with their parents' permission. Would they stand up for someone who's getting bullied? Meet Alex and Emmy. They're both actors with the Black Hawk Children's Theater. After I leave in a room full of their peers, Alex starts to bully Emmy with KWWL cameras hidden and recording. You can hear other conversations continuing to take place, even as Emmy is begging Alex to stop. 3 minutes pass. Two people took a stand. Two, in a room full of other kids.
I want you to meet my friends. Alex and Emmy.
Oh, gosh, sorry, guys.
They're from the Black Hawk Children's Theater. There's hidden cameras all over this room.
Sorry, guys.
Just be honest, why didn't you say anything?
I wanted to. I saw her like start to cry and her face started to turn red. And I was just like kind of wondering why he was doing this at the bullying thing. And then I don't like seeing people get bullied. And so I just thought it was right to stand up because nobody else was doing it. So
you didn't even hesitate. I saw you get up and come closer.
Yeah.
I knew I should have said something, but then he started doing it again, and I got sick of it. You feel like they're going to start bullying you, and it's not.
You're afraid they're going to switch it on you?
Yeah, it's hard because I don't want to be the one to get bullied. But I know it's right to stand up.
And I just didn't want to get in on it into the fight because sometimes when you get into something like that, it can turn out to be pretty bad.
I didn't really want to say anything because I didn't want him turning on to me and not just her.
I'm saying you guys are afraid to take a stand because you don't want to stand up to a bully because you don't want them to start bullying you? That's it? Raise your hand if you feel that way. Wow. That's sad.
Sad and all too common.
One student may stand up for somebody, but typically students are not going to do that, so it takes a culture. You got to change the culture within the community of a culture of caring, of respect, and tolerance.
Bullying can be stopped, but the conversation needs to start at the dinner table. Communication at home really is key. Years ago, I got some of the best advice. Never ask your child, how was your day? Because most likely they'll respond with, fine. Ask instead, what was your low today? How about your high? That way your child can really think about their day and then open up to you. I've included more resources for parents on how we can all talk about bullying and more on knowing the difference between being rude, being mean, and getting bullied. It's all on KWWL.com.
You know, children should not ever be afraid to go to school. That's why state lawmakers are revisiting right now during the current session Iowa's 2007 anti-bullying law. Now, because of her anti-bullying efforts of late, KWWL anchor Amanda Goodman was invited to speak before the Senate Education Committee in Des Moines earlier today. Amanda joins us live right now from outside the state capitol.
Hi there, Ron. You know, I average about 24 emails a day from concerned parents and scared students who are simply too afraid to go to school because they are being bullied. And today, I had the remarkable opportunity to be the voice for the people of Eastern Iowa. And inside that room today, I was joined by the Department of Education and Safe Schools Iowa. They shared some eye-opening statistics when it comes to bullying in our schools. In fact, more than 50% of our kids report being bullied. I wanted to get very raw and real with our senators. I shared some eye-opening stories. An 11-year-old girl eats her lunch every day in the bathroom in a stall, sitting on the toilet with her lunch tray on her lap. She does not want to eat with her classmates because they constantly moo at her and call her names like ugly and fat. A 15-year-old girl wants to graduate from high school 2 years early because other girls make her life a living hell by shouting obscenities at her when she's walking through the halls, changing for gym class, and standing in the lunch line. And of course, I had several more stories, all of those happening right here in Eastern Iowa. And I had the chance to speak with nearly every senator on that committee today, and they all agree bullying is definitely not what it used to be when we were all growing up. And they all agree that something needs to be done as soon as possible to fix it. And as far as today goes, Ron, it felt really good to be the voice for so many people. Reporting live in Des Moines outside the state capitol, Amanda Goodman, KWWL News.
Okay, Amanda, thanks very much. We'll have a full report, a wrap-up of today's bullying hearing at the Senate tonight on your news here at 10 o'clock. Well, tonight, KWWL continues to take a stand against bullying. A rally over at East High School being described as being raw, real, and powerful. In fact, Amanda Goodman is live at the auditorium at Waterloo East High School right now. Amanda, this rally starts, I believe, at 6 o'clock tonight, so tell us what you have planned.
Yeah, hi there, Ron. This auditorium behind me is empty right now. We are expecting a big crowd. I can tell you we're going to have a powerful performance by both the Waterloo East and West High School choirs. There was a certain song that we kind of requested them to sing tonight, and it is going to be bone-chilling. You know, Kirk Smalley was featured in the movie Bully after his 11-year-old son, Ty, killed himself after years of relentless bullying. And I have seen it firsthand because we need to forget what we think we know about bullying. Times have changed, especially with social media. Kids are forced to eat in a bathroom stall, sitting on a toilet with their lunch tray on top of their lap because they're too afraid to eat in the lunchroom. With me right now is Michelle Lane. She's the president of the Cedar Valley chapter of Stand for the Silent. And Michelle, why is it so important that people hear this message tonight?
They need to hear it because it is in our community and it's widespread in our community. And if it hasn't affected their household, they need to get involved before it's in their living room, because it will.
And that's the big thing here, is because it's about be the upstander. If you see it happening, be that voice, because one voice can make the difference.
Right. And we need to empower our children to know that they can stand up and say something, and they can stand up for someone they don't know or a friend, anyone.
All right, Michelle, thanks so much. You know, it's so cliche, but it does. It takes a village to raise a child, and that's what we need to do. I just need the village to show up tonight. And Ron, because of you, almost $3,000 is going to the Cedar Valley chapter of Stand for the Silent, so the movement can continue here in the Cedar Valley. The Ron Steele Cupcake has done so much for us, and Ron, I just wanted to say thank you in front of everyone in the Cedar Valley for your continued support. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, in fact, we're going to go out there to scratch tomorrow to kind of get the final tally from them. So, yeah, it was a great event. We appreciate everybody taking part in that in our efforts to help the Stand for the Silent chapter that you helped found here a few months ago, Amanda. So, a great event here coming up tonight at Waterloo East High School. The public is invited. East High School Auditorium tonight. It all starts at 6 o'clock this evening. Hope you can be there.